Welcome to another travel edition of Great Health, Fun and Happiness, Outrageous Love. Room 401, no smoking. It should say no getting out.
It should say no getting out. If you are claustrophobic like me, do not stay in room 401 at the Hyatt Place in South Bend, Mishawaka, because Jeffrey and I were locked in here. And then I thought, well, okay, calm down, Karen. I am claustrophobic. I'll just call the front desk. Speakerphone, no dial tone. The phone is also not working. And that was after I took a cold shower. I did get hot water after about 20 minutes. But all in all, you can see that is not a pleasant stay under any circumstances, but especially in a room. You know what? I'm just going to say, the room's very worn, you can see. So for cleanliness, I'm giving it a 4 only because it feels less clean.
Wait, honey, you're all curmudgeons, so I'm gonna go through our things. So
right.
we do 1 to 5 pearls. We start off with location. If you just let's go into the ratings. Okay. So locations. This is a great location. We're on our way back east. So
I give it 5 pearls for location, so you can see that I'm not being fully tainted about the fact that I was locked in. And funny story. So we finally called down on our cell phones, and it did take quite some time to get someone at the front desk, but he very kindly said, I'll be right up. And I think it probably took him maybe 5 minutes to get up here. And he opened the door and he let us in. And then he says, let me check that out.
Let us out.
Let us out. Sorry, he let us out.
But he came in.
But he came in while we were still in here because he said, that's really weird. And he shut the door. And then the 3 of us were locked in here, which would have been okay, but it probably took him 15 minutes to get through. First, again, he couldn't use that phone. So we called down on his cell phone and nobody was answering. For about 15 minutes, he finally did get somebody else to come up here who said, oh, we should probably put this room out of service because that happened to so-and-so, somebody else that was staying here, hotel staff, I'm guessing. So the fact that it has happened before really upsets me that I was in here. Again, I'm claustrophobic, so you can see that my tone is not my normal tone.
But it makes for a good story. And when we stay here again, yes, it's a funny scenario. So
I have to think about it honestly because the room is so hot, which didn't help my claustrophobia as it was. And I was just saying to Jeffrey seconds before we got locked in or knew that we were locked in, I said, it smells like something's burning. That heat is just so hot.
So the hot, it's like a sun. Listen, I got to get out of here. I got to get in the Jeep and start driving. So
Absolutely. 5
pearls on the location is what you're giving it. The next thing we rate is the people. And by the way, the people have been great.
The people have been fantastic. I have to give them, you know what, I'm going to ding them only because the guy that was in here, I give him 5 pearls. But the woman who let us out, she knew that there had been an issue. So she only gets 4 pearls for not putting this room out of commission. And also housekeeping would have known about the phone and, you know, I'm guessing the cold shower.
Well, so we end up usually rating cleanliness 1 to 5 pearls, but I'm going to put housekeeping in the bucket of not knowing the phone's working, the door's out of order. So I think that's going to be brought down.
4 pearls for that is even generous, I'd say.
Right,
Quietude and sleepitude of the bed. It was very quiet. I mean, I can't ding them for that. And honestly, the bed has a topper on it that was super comfortable.
Oh, it was great. And I loved it. There's like a little marsh in the back here. And you know, these windows, there's some kind of, the seal's broken on the double windows too.
Yes,
but
and the windows don't open either.
No.
So when we were stuck in here, I couldn't even open the window to get
I actually thought about throwing something through the window.
That was my next
much
step.
longer I would have.
Exactly.
But so anyway, I was going to say there's a little marsh back there and we heard like these little peeper frogs that were really cool last night.
It was really cool.
And this morning I had my coffee out there and the red-winged blackbirds. It was really cool. So I brought Karen out there. So we're having a good stay, but this is a freaking riot if you've never been locked in a hotel. It's pretty bad because, we're up here and it's fixed windows. You would have to throw something through the window and then I don't know how you get down. Yeah. But that would be not good.
Yeah, I was going to start with the ice bucket. I had a whole list of things that were going out that window, but I could just have some air. But anyway, so quietude and sleepitude, I can't ding him for that. I'm gonna give him 5 pearls.
And then so the last thing we look at really is the coffee. And I gotta say, while I went down there, this is kind of funny. I didn't even tell you this. So normally these lower end hotels, the thing I love about them is I can go down and get coffee 24/7. Now yesterday afternoon, first time I've ever had this in a Hyatt, couldn't get coffee in the afternoon. Like they usually have coffee,
Right.
but they don't have coffee in the afternoon, which is interesting. Then I went down just after 6 and there was no coffee out. Now there was a beautiful woman down there setting up breakfast, and she saw me sitting down there and she put the coffee out, but it wasn't out there ready to go. So I'm gonna give them a 3 on the coffee, and that's kind of unique for a Hyatt
Right.
Place.
Yes,
So anyway, all in all, this place does not get a good rating for this review, but would we come back here? We probably would, although I would
definitely not
leave the
staying
door
in this
open all
room.
night.
Yes, and I will say, it's a very worn, you know, the hotel needs some updating. The carpet that's in here, you can only clean so much, but there's like burn stains and stains and that don't come out. All of the wood is chipped, all the furniture, except for this looks like it was recently replaced, but everything else is scuffed and chipped up, and it just doesn't feel as clean. The same thing with the bathroom. So, you know, this would not be my first choice coming back.
Right, so we'll get on the road. So we just left. We were in Omaha the night before at a Hyatt. We're heading to State College, PA, another Hyatt. So check in with us there tonight. We'll see how we, hopefully we can get in and out of that room okay.
Yes, I do want to mention there is a Whole Foods within walking distance of this hotel, which brings the rating up higher than it should, because Whole Foods is just, it's a beautiful advantage to have that nearby. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the Hyatt Place, South Bend, Mishawaka.